How do I deal with song requests? So my name is DJ Ripso. I've been DJing for over a decade now. So how do I deal with song requests? So most times I take song requests. I say most times, but sometimes you gotta say no, right? For instance, playing at a wedding and they wanted to play some Jamaican music, right? So the guy comes up to me and like, oh man, play some Sean Paul, get busy. So I was like, cool. But I was like, nah, I can't play that because the bride that hired me said she doesn't want to play. She doesn't want to hear any other music except for disco and rock and roll. So, yep, disco and rock and roll. Hey, it's the older wedding. They don't want to hear any other music except for the music they like, right? So I was like, I told the guy I can't play any other music, and the guy goes, all right, that's how it is, right? So after a while, he came back and said, man, that would be great at this party. I was like, yo, I can't play it. Mind you, these people are paying me to play at their party. I can't just go jump into dance hall like that, right? Hey, I signed a contractual agreement to play whatever the bride wants. So after a while, he went to the bride, and the bride was like, you can play a little bit of that music and then jump right into back in the rock and roll. So I was like, so I did that, right? So the only reason why I played his request was that the bride told me I could play. You understand what I mean? I just never go ahead and play it because these people are paying me good money for their wedding day, and this is the music that they want to hear. If they want to please their guests, that's on them, but it won't be on me. You understand what I mean? Because I don't want to be like, hey, you didn't play. I don't want no bride coming up to me and be like, oh, you ruined my wedding day because you played some song that I didn't ask you to play. And that's basically it. So that's how, no problem. That's how I deal with requests. Some parties, I take a request, but guess what? Because I listen to the song first before I go ahead and play it. You understand what I mean? Because if it's at a kid's party, you don't want to play some songs at no kid's party. Edited or unverted. A song WAP from like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. A song like that, you don't want to be playing at the kid's party. Alright, so I know that depending on the kind of party, you can't play certain songs, right? So I usually tell them, it's like, hey, like the song, it's a good song, but I can't play at this party. You understand what I mean? And most times, people won't get offended by you telling them no. You know, just give them a reason. Be like, hey man, I like that song, but hey, I can't play it at this party. Or if you're in the middle of a set and you got the crowd hype, and this one person comes and asks for this one song that you, in your general mind, it's going to kill the vibes of the party, or send everybody home. Right. And then also depending on this all depends on the event, right? I've had people drop money for me to play a request, like, oh, play my song. So here's the story. A guy paid me $100 just to play a song. For you people, if you want me to play a song, just drop $100 bill. Make sure you share and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you add me on Instagram and TikTok, JRickFlow. So, here's the thing. I've gone to some places where they said, no requests. I was like, nice. The DJ has a big sign in front of it that said, no requests. I don't know if that's the DJ's policy. I don't know if it's the club policy, but no requests, right? So it may be the DJ's policy because, you know, he doesn't want to be bothered when he's playing his set, and he wants to set a vibe for the club or the vibe for the night, right? And he just wants to play whatever he wants to play that night. Or it could be the club too, because some people are drunk. they'll be like, oh, you gotta play this song. And it may just kill the vibe of the party, right? And that is it, right? So, like I said, it all goes back to the event. That's how I'll take a song. If the event says I can take requests, I'll take requests. If they say they can't, I just can't. Sometimes you just gotta tell them people no. You understand what I mean? I told them people no. Alright, anyway, my name is DJ and peace out.